Got a gig this weekend, you guys. I've already played one night up there. I didn't film at all, but I feel like I have not been giving the Telecaster a little too much love. So I think tonight I'm gonna grab this guitar. I think we're gonna play a Strat. Maybe we'll compare a Tele and a Strat. This is called a Lone Star Strat. I got it several years ago. It was this guitar that came with two Texas Specials and a pickup called the Pearly Gates, which was like the Billy Gibbons pickup, humbucker. But it was wired wrong, and I think somehow it was screwed up, or I did something that screwed it up, and I never liked how it sounded. It was like really, really bright and harsh. So I just changed it out to the Seymour Duncan humbucker. So we are going to play this tonight. Maybe we'll compare this up against my Telecaster that I'm going to play too. Maybe I'll play one set with the Tele and one with the Strat and see what I think tonight. Maybe I'll fall in love with the Strat again. I don't hate the Strat. I've just been playing Teles a lot lately. So kind of when you do this kind of thing a lot, you guys, you get one guitar that you start using a lot, and you kind of bounce around to different stuff that you're into. Next week it might be something else. It might be like a Les Paul, but probably not. So here's a couple guitars you guys should be seeing pretty soon on my channel. A couple Epiphones. I'm not going to show you what they are. You can take a guess. They come with a case, so you can make your own calculations. So I'm playing up in Lava Hot Springs again, and I was kind of getting really down about some of the gigs. Not really down about some of the gigs I play, but I guess, yeah, kind of down about some of the gigs I play, but it's because I get on Instagram and all these social media platforms and I compare myself to others. So I have kind of been trying lately to not do that at all. I'm actually very grateful to be playing at all, and that's kind of the attitude I've tried to have as a musician these days. Is like it could completely go away, you guys. Gigs could completely go away. The whole reason I do this is to play music live, which I love. I love writing too. I've done my own music and stuff. And one of my favorite bands I've ever been in was an original band in high school called Brother Sage. Look them up on Spotify or even YouTube, I think. Brother Sage, it's all one word. And we were just a college band in the 90s. I had come from a strict 80s shred metal background and classic rock. But I don't feel like that band wasn't that kind of band at all. We were kind of like more of a pop. I don't know what we were. We were weird. We were like an amalgamation of a bunch of stuff. But our lead singer, Mike, everyone in the band was just incredibly talented and fun. And even though there was just weirdness back then because we were all immature, I look back on it because the music was so good and we had so much fun playing that I'm able to overlook all the personality differences and all that crazy stuff. But anyway, I just want to talk about comparing yourself to others, and it does not bring joy whatsoever. Get off your, you can sit and watch someone's video, or you can watch whatever and think, well, I don't have all that stuff and he's got way more than I do. And you guys might watch this channel and think that about me. How does he have all this stuff? But it's, in actuality, the stuff I have, it's been years and years, and most people, that's how it is. It's years and years of collecting equipment. It's not like I just rushed out one night and bought a bunch of stuff. I have stuff that I've had forever that I've just never sold, and just kind of adds up over the years. And you'll find that to be the case, and maybe some of these channels aren't like that, and they do have a lot of money, and they do have a lot of sponsors and all that stuff, but you can't compare yourself to that, and you just got to keep plugging along. I love what I do, or I wouldn't still be doing it, and I love just playing music. Anyway, tonight we're gonna do, so I've kind of thought we'd maybe turn this into this gig into like a testing station for testing gear. So tonight I'm gonna play that Strat and the Tele. Maybe I'll do a couple sets of each. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, if you like the Strat or the Tele better, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's hit the road. All right, guys, so let's talk bands I was into in high school. This will show you how old I am. So I used to have a paper out, and I'd listen to Dawkins, Judas Priest. That's when Turbo Lover first came out. My brothers were into the Cars. Van Halen 5150 was the first Van Halen album I bought, the Sammy period. Although I listened to 1984 on the radio a lot, and I'd heard all the old stuff. But when I got to that age where I was starting to buy music, it was Sammy Hagar. I was into Night Ranger. I was into Rush, Boston, all that stuff. And then when all the hair bands came out, I was into Dawkins and Motley Crue, sort of, but they were a little too much for me. But I still liked the guitars in it. All those hair bands, anything guitar, as long as it wasn't too poserish, I got into it. And even probably some of the poserish stuff I got into. There were some bands that didn't necessarily break through that I found in those days from a friend. There was this band called Lillian Axe that was actually they had some great tunes and great guitars in their music. I don't think they may have broke the top. I don't know how well they ever did, but my buddy gave me a couple of their tapes, and now you can find them on Spotify. Stuff like that, Danger, and then eventually Andy Timmons came out of that. I didn't know at the time. I didn't even know who their guitar player was, and then later on I found Andy Timmons. I'm like, oh, that was the guitar player from Danger. All that kind of stuff. And then I took a 2-year hiatus, and basically Nirvana killed hair metal about a year before I took a 2-year hiatus. So when I came back, that kind of music was dead. And so my college band, we were a guitar band, but we also had keyboards. We were trying to be a whole bunch of different stuff because everybody came from a different background. Grunge was a thing, so we were playing like Stone Temple Pilots. We were playing all that stuff that was on the radio at the time. The Verve Pipe, bands that aren't even around anymore, really. I mean, I guess maybe they are. Vertical Horizon, all that stuff from the late 90s, early 2000s is kind of like, I was really playing a lot, like almost every weekend, playing a lot of this 90s, early 2000s stuff. Had one guitar and maybe 1 or 2 amps, and that was it. And I remember I traded, I bought my first Strat in college. I had my Ibanez RG forever, you guys. I bought my first Strat in college. I was a late bloomer when it came to some of the guitar stuff I found out later about Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, I always knew who these guys were, but I was such a shredder that I never really got into anything other than a lot of that hair metal and like rock stuff, really rock stuff. And so later on when I bought my Strat, my first Strat was a Mexican made. I bought it for 170 bucks from some kid up at school. And now made in Mexico Strats are going for like $800 to $1,000. It's crazy. This economy is crazy. Anyway, guys, I get kind of bored on these drives, so I just want to talk about some of the music I was into, some of the music I played. The hair metal genre really formed me, I guess, all that kind of stuff. Classic rock, Rush, Styx, Boston, all that stuff really formed me as a guitar player. But blues was always one of those things I was really always into big time. And then if you guys notice, on some of my videos, I do some of that country chicken picking a little bit. But the only reason I got into that was because country was huge on mainstream radio for a while. And it was almost at one point in the late 90s about the only way you could play, or maybe it was mid 90s, the only way you could play in a band was to be in a country band around where I lived. And so I was in several country bands. Still play a lot of country. I kind of learned how to do the chicken picking thing. I'm not that great at it, but I kind of fake my way through it. Anyway, you guys, I just want to talk about some of the stuff I'm into. Leave a comment on the bands you guys grew up with and what you were into below in the comment section. And I'd like to know what everyone was into at that age, or you know, in your early 20s and your late teens. That kind of forms who you are as a guitar player. Alright guys, we made it. Another night at the Wagon Wheel, and I'm going to see if I can grab me a bite to eat before we head in. There's a little restaurant next door called the... oh, there it is right there. The Chuck Wagon Restaurant. We're going to see if they're going to let us order tonight. A lot of times if they're really busy, they won't let the band order to go, because usually we order it to go, then we head back over to the Wagon Wheel, and we enjoy some deliciousness. We'll find out when we go. Alright, there's already quite a few people here at the bar tonight, you guys. The restaurant... it's already noisy. There's a foo. The restaurant was too busy to get food, so I've got some friends that came. We're gonna go get me a burger at another place. So the food is coming.
That's underneath your bed, underneath the bed. Got no calls, we got no time to go. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this wheel? wondering. She's looking down from a hotel room. The nightfall will be coming soon. I say, oh my, oh hell yes. We gotta put on that party dress. Crazy little moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and lightning bolts are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the street where the creek turns back by the old stone road, well, I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me go fishing in the dark, lying on the banks and count the stars when the cool rain slows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Stay the whole night through. It feels so good to be with you. Make the most of freedom and the pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule, but there's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. Yes, you are a sweet little lady. I'm a little boy. I love my lady like her finest wine. Love like cause it's gonna last all time. She wants you to thank. Oh, they might take my life. I say I don't want to squeeze me. Oh, they might take my life. I just want someone to hold me and rock me through the night. Come on, Rick. These people hold me like you and give me what you need. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you.
Mark
another birthday in the house. For Jay. For Jay. Wait, who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? We'll do them both together. What the hell? Jay, who's the other guy that had a birthday? Julie, who's the other one? Justin? Who? How many birthdays are in this damn place? Kelsey? Chelsea. I'm sorry, Chelsea. We're going to sing happy birthday Kelsey first. Alright? Then Jay. Happy birthday to you. Kelsey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelsey. Happy birthday to you. Alright, Jay, here you go. Happy birthday to Jay. Happy birthday to Jay. Happy birthday, dear Jay. Happy birthday to you. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We got one more, Carmen.
What's your happy birthday to you?
Carmen.
What's your name?
Carmen.
Kelsey, that's Kelsey. What? Lacey? Lacey, that's right. Wait, didn't we sing you last night? We sang to you last night. You gotta pay for an extra birthday song. Alright, Lacey, here we go. We're gonna sing happy birthday, Lacey. And Lacey again, from last night. Again, she wants another one. Happy birthday to you, Lacey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lacey, for the second time in a one weekend. Happy birthday to you.
We got Carmen over there.
Happy birthday to you, Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carmen. Happy birthday to you. We saved the best for last. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. No, we saved the best for last.
Everyone's good.
I'm on a snow spot. It's a bottle is right to rock. Before getting fine, it's all the same. But you need only that's the only way to still sing. Life and love will come back to you. break, and then we'll be back 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
All right, you guys. It's like 2 in the morning, and I'm almost home. What'd you guys think? Strat or Telecaster? I haven't listened to any of the video or watched any of it yet, so I have no idea what I think yet. But let me know in the comments if you like the Strat or the Tele through that Marshall. And pretty good weekend. I had somebody walk up to me after I sang this slow song, and lady and her husband dancing to the slow song, and she's like, "You have an amazing voice. Man, I got chills out there on the dance floor listening to you." And I don't get that a whole lot, so that was kind of a cool thing to hear, I guess. And I don't know if she's had too much to drink or whatever, but if she didn't, then great. You know, maybe I was just singing really good this weekend. I don't know. Anyway, great gig again up there in Lava. Just incredibly blessed to still be playing music and getting paid for it. And thank you for watching if you've gotten this far, and like and subscribe if you're new here. All that jazz, and we will see you at the next video. Adios.